yeah, so what was it? I just thought that it was funny that I had that's one of the many conversations I had with God when I was 20. I've known the Lord since I was young, you know what I'm saying? You know, there's these theories that Lucifer rebelled against God because he was able to trick 1/3 of the angels because he was they'd had enough of him because he was a dictator. But then, you know, there'll be others who'll be saying, so we have to be, you know, evil or something, but it doesn't make sense. There's a couple of things doesn't make sense for me in the Bible, that, you know, the most kind and most compassionate guy dies for the sins of everyone, right? Well, everyone, in my opinion, everyone should be held accountable for their own wrongdoings, and just because they don't worship him, because not all gods want to be worshipped, right? So, not that I've made agreements with any others. So when you say the sinner's prayer, I'm just gonna say it's not anything behind it, but, you know, Lord Jesus, I welcome you into my heart, into my life, and dear God, I know that I'm a sinner, and come and cleanse me of my sins, and thank you that you have saved me from eternal separation from you. Thank you that you have saved me from eternal punishment, and now I will serve you for the rest of my life. Sounds like a contract, right? You know, it's contract with the biblical God. I said that when I was 3 years old. I said that prayer. Got baptized when I was 10 in the pool at the church. You know, they had an inbuilt pool, they put the pool in, and I was 10 years old, got baptized. So what was I going to say? Yeah, that stuff. But then there's also, just the whole rebellion thing, as well as the most innocent man pays the price. The most kind and compassionate man pays the price for everyone else's wrongdoings. But the wrongdoings are viewed on the same level. Like if see, I'm a very, very terrible liar. So it's very, very hard, and I couldn't lie growing up, and my best bet is just to avoid the conversation if there's an enemy in plain sight and I know they're an evil person. I haven't done anything to offend them, but they've made a mountain out of a molehill, so to speak. Just because I was talking about the Bible, I just said that as a joke, because why not use that one? You know, people that think they're better than you, and they say like, so what makes you think you deserve the same treatment as us? And then you get to the point where you keep standing up for yourself for years, and they get to your early 30s, and then they're like, oh, you couldn't have the same treatment as us, and you're like, dude, like, I mean, I deserve way more than this. And then you're like pushing to either you want to make double the amount as the average person, pushing for triple, with the hopefully you can get a job where you can do some study on the side. It's got to do with the job, or whatever it is, that's got them butthurt about. That's the sometimes I'll just avoid the conversation, or just then they'll say that's true, and even if I think that what they're saying is stupid, I'll just be like, yeah, or oh yeah, is that your opinion? Okay, cool. Yeah. As in when I was in my 20s, I'd be like, no, hell no. But if you've had a couple of conversations with someone, it's right. Arrived at the toilet. So, I remember also having a bit of a moan with the Lord one time. I was up at Tomato Peak in my car. There's an outlook where you could see the whole region. Well, see quite a few towns of the Hawke's Bay region in Tomato Peak and Havelock North. I used to regularly go up there and just walk around and stuff, because I would hear God as I've been listening to God now. And I used to hear him in my room and all this type of thing. So here's the thing. I remember having this argument with God, like, God, because at that time I thought I wasn't. People told me, like, what are you talking about? You are mentally and spiritually strong, But at the time I thought I wasn't, despite the fact that I was like 21 years old, still a virgin, hadn't done any drugs, had stayed true to what I believed in, and obviously your beliefs change over time, but that's through personal choice, not peer pressure, and that's just from your own personal study and life experiences. See, now I'm spiritual. I don't like to limit myself to the one book. So whether the God of the Bible is a tyrant or narcissist or psychopath or whatever, the fact of the matter is this is a cruel, hard world. There's good people in it, but it's a cruel, hard world, and so you've got to do what you've got to do to win in life and give yourself a good outlook. So if he's the biggest, toughest God, and he's supporting you and he's on your side and he's backing you up and he's paving the way for you, then it's a positive way of looking at it, and then pray for the salvation. And then go and talk to people so that they wouldn't suffer his wrath for not following his ways. That's how I had my relationship with God. Except for back then, I'd say he was loving, because we didn't listen to him, and so we deserved to be punished and go to hell for all eternity. So he's loving for the fact that he killed his own son. But I do connect very well with Odin, and he doesn't really care about being worshipped, and neither does the Morrigan. Odin's more like a pursuer of wisdom. So you see him make mistakes, but he learns along the way. But when you see him, it's basically him reading to other people his poetry that he had made, and having speeches and talking to people about all the mistakes he made and what he learned from them and what he was thinking at the time, and how he learned from them, and now he's telling everyone else. And for me, that's more real.